remember when I got arrested in April of 2019, I had 11 felonies and 3 misdemeanors in 6 counties in 2 states. And I remember sitting in the back seat of the police car and saying, thank God, it's over. I used and felt guilty for using, so I kept using. And I just had to find that glimmer of hope and stand on it. And I tell everyone in my story, when I got arrested in 2019, that I didn't just get arrested, I got rescued by God, because I couldn't stop on my own. So God knew what I needed to sit me down somewhere and get my head clear enough for him to begin working. And God's a God of restoration, so he's given me everything plus more that I ever lost. I have custody of all my kids. I have an amazing job. I'm a single mom, so it's worth it. Don't give up. I started when I was like 13, a little bit of drinking and pills here and there. And then by the time I was about 15, me and my mom were on cocaine together. And then I went to rehab for the first time, and when I got out, that's when methamphetamine took over, and it was off to the races from then until I was like 31. In and out of jail, in and out of prison. I get out, and it would be a week or two, and I'd be right back until this last time. And I remember when I got arrested in April of 2019, I had 11 felonies and 3 misdemeanors in 6 counties in 2 states. And I remember sitting in the back seat of the police car and saying, thank God, it's over. Like, I'm not, because I was running from myself. Like, I couldn't stop on my own. And so there was something different when I got those cuffs put on me, and I was just like, thank God, it's over. Take it. That was my surrender. That was my surrender.
So what would you tell people who are into this kind of mess and they cannot help themselves?
They have to get to a point where they're done. And I had gotten to a point where I was using, but I was crying because I didn't want to. I just couldn't stop. My biggest advice is to reach out. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I need help. And there is so many resources that help people like us. There's so many of people like me that are willing to give time and service and support and love, because that's what I was missing, was love. I couldn't trust nobody. I didn't feel lovable. I couldn't love nobody. And so when you reach out to the people who have been in your shoes, hearing their story is what gives you hope. And it's grabbing bits and pieces of information here and there and just gripping onto those people, because in the recovery community, we carry you when you can't carry yourself. And so don't give up. Do not give up.